Good morning, or happy day. Today, we are going to be focusing on a grounding yoga class. I am so happy to be back in the studio. It has been about a month or so. I have been giving you guys other things here and there, but I'm happy to be back. So again, this is going to be a grounding yoga class. We're going to focus on 3 yoga poses. We're going to be doing mountain pose. We're going to be doing bridge pose, and then we're also going to be doing downward dog. Okay, so these are the 3 grounding poses that we are going to be doing today, but there's going to be other things we're going to do. Like, we're not just going to go boom, boom, boom. We're going to put some, razzle dazzle in it. All right. So this is going to be about a 30-minute class. It's a little bit shorter than the other classes that we have in the studio. But I wanted to talk about grounding, and I actually, because with me, it can never be like just the movement aspect. And I was looking, because I'm looking right now on my iPad, I was looking for a definition, like a technical definition. And like Merriam-Webster doesn't have everything. With Merriam-Webster, it's very literal what they have. So I guess what I'm wanting to share with you all is the spiritual meaning of what it means to ground. Why is grounding important? So I will say right now, at this time, I'm going through a transition in the sense of family transitions. My son, he just turned 5. He's starting kindergarten next Thursday. So this is his first real school. He's been in daycare since he was 7 weeks old. So he's used to being in school, like in that sense, but now he's starting real school. So I'm feeling a little like uneasy about it, And so me being aware, being the yogi that I am, I'm like, okay, let me come back to my, to my yoga practices and figure out, what do I need? So when I feel uneasy, I seek grounding. I ground myself, right? And I found this definition online from templeofenergy.com, but I like definition, so we're going to roll with it. And it says spiritual grounding is being fully present in the now. So spiritual grounding is being fully present in the now. It is not worrying about the future or judging. Oh, I like that. Or judging the past, because that takes you out of the present moment. And the present moment is all that really exists. Right now is all that really exists. We can think about what happened yesterday that went wrong. We can think about the future. My son starting kindergarten. I hope he likes his teacher. I hope he makes friends. I hope all of these things, right? And when we do that, we're both of these ways, but we're not here. We're not in our own body, right? So again, spiritual grounding is being fully present in the now. It is not worrying about the future or judging the past. I love that. I have not heard that part before. And when I think of that, when I think of judging the past, what also comes up for me, because I'm actually getting more closer to God, right, for me. And with that being said, I'm realizing there's a lot of forgiveness, right? And a lot of forgiveness for myself, a lot of forgiveness for me, like forgiving myself of how I was in the past. Maybe I wasn't a good friend, right? But like, I didn't, and we're not going to get into that. But those are the things that when I go this way and that way, I'm like, I have to come back to me. I have to ground into myself. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. Okay. All right. All right, y'all. So just gonna settle in, sitting on our bottoms, removing the flesh from our sit bones. We're just gonna take 3 deep breaths before we really ground. Here we go. In through our nose. And out through our mouth. In through our nose. Out through. One more. Good. Awesome. Let's stand up. It is morning for me, so we got to get the blood flowing, right? So we're going to stand up, and the first grounding pose we're going to do, and like, shake it out a little bit, okay? Because like I said, it's morning. Like, I just woke up. So like, I am still like, let me wake up, okay? So shake it out, shake it out. All right. Let's ground. So I already kind of said grounding because when we sat down, we were connecting to the floor, right? Okay. Now we're standing up, all right? So we're standing up, and I want you to look down at your feet, okay? And we're gonna quickly talk about the four corners of our feet. My yoga studio members, I feel like I talk about this every single video. So my apologies. So y'all already know about the four corners of the feet. So just press down, okay? All four corners of your feet, your toes, the outer corner, the inner sole, and your heel. Press it down at this time. Good. Very good. Making sure those feet are hip width apart. This is your hip, okay? Like it's slightly actually a little higher than we think. It's not this, all right? Your hip is higher. It's typically like up here, okay? For me, that's where my hip resides, okay? So knowing that your hip is right here, your feet, they don't need to be here because that's larger than your hip, right? Your hips are typically, as you see, if you start like this, my feet are hip width apart. Another point of reference is you could take your two fists and put them inside of your feet and then have your feet on the outside, and that is your hip width apart. But I also like this new thing that I just thought of is just identifying where your hip bones are, okay? Just kind of get in there and figure out where they are and then just come down, okay? So that's your hip width apart. And I want you to feel the floor beneath you, wherever you are. Even if you don't have a mat and you're just standing in your living room, you're standing outside. I don't know where you're watching me right now, but I really want you to allow yourself to be supported by the floor beneath you. And just notice, and don't bend, don't lock your knees. My knees just cracked. So have a slight bend in your knees. And you can place one hand on your heart, going under your clothing to feel the warmth of your skin and the beating of your heart. So if you place your hand over the right side of your chest, that is where your heart resides. And then place one hand on your belly. Again, having a slight bend in those knees. I do not need you to pass out on me because you locked your knees. We are going to have bending in our knees. We're going to have fluidity all throughout our body. And at this time, I encourage you to close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Relax your jaw. Relax your ears. Relax your forehead. And coming back to what I said about allowing the floor beneath you to support you. How does it feel to be supported? When it comes to grounding, it's knowing and learning how to be supported. And if you struggle with that, if that's challenging for you, of knowing how to feel supported when it comes to people, this is a great way to do that, is by using physical things that you can see, that you can feel. So simply doing this every morning, standing in a modified mountain pose, because I don't want all the yogis to come for me, standing in a modified mountain pose, pressing. I really want you to press your entire weight down into the floor. Feel the support. Know that you are supported. Even if you do not feel supported once you leave this class today, you are supported. The ground is supporting you. Like, think that. This isn't your typical yoga class. I will say that. Good. And noticing, because your knees are bent, how you're swaying. And if it's comfortable, your eyes are closed. Feeling your heartbeat. Breathing. Allow yourself to be supported. Support and being grounded in your body are one in this, they go together. Good. Let's gently put our hands by our sides. Making sure those feet are hip width apart. Hands are by your sides. Coming back down, starting with the feet though. Feet are hip width apart. Having a slight bend in your knees. Engaging your bottoms. That means bringing your butt cheeks together. Belly button. We're engaging the core here as well. So you're getting a little core workout for the girlies that want to be snatched, okay? Bring the belly button towards your spine, okay? So hear me again. You're bringing your belly button, I'm moving my arm so you can see. So you notice I'm standing like this, right? But then I bring my belly button towards my spine. That's slight, it's a very slight difference. I'll do that again. So I'm standing like this, la, 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 not aware of my body at all. Then I bring my belly button towards my spine, okay? Notice even how butt lifts, like it's a butt lift and you get like half an inch taller. It's wild. All right, so we do that, okay? Putting my arms down, I just wanted you to see. Rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. Palms are forward. Looking straight ahead. And I'm even adjusting as I'm looking at myself. Yeah. All right. So this is mountain pose. And notice how it feels to just stand. We don't do that a lot. We're always self-conscious about what is this person thinking? What is that person thinking? Hopefully you're alone in your room, or you're alone in some kind of room where nobody's looking at you. And you might notice, you might be judging yourself. So I just want you to notice that and acknowledge that. All the while breathing. One more breath. Standing tall. Imagine somebody's pulling a piece of hair up, up, up. Noticing how you're coming out of your pelvic area when you lift up like that. But notice when I say lift up out of the pelvic area, we don't put our shoulders like this, okay? So thinking from the top of your head. Good. Very good. All right, I'm coming towards the back of my mat. We're actually gonna come back down because we got to warm up our spine a little bit more before we go into the second grounding pose, which will be downward dog. All right, so coming back down, doing it a little different today, but not judging myself for how today's flow is going, okay? Putting our knees hip width apart, okay? You notice how alignment is so important. If you are on this corner, virtual yoga studio members already know what time it is. but I'm also live on my TikTok. And if you're on this corner of the internet, you've heard about alignment, right? And one way to learn how to become aligned is with your physical body first. If you know how to physically align yourself, then all the other spiritual, like all that other stuff, it'll become easier for you. All right. Okay, so knees are hip width apart. You tuck the toes under if you're light, rest the tops of the feet on your mat. Hands are shoulder width apart. Shoulder width apart is bigger than your hips typically, okay? Don't need anybody to come after me, but typically. Spread those fingers nice and wide, seeing pieces of your mat in between each finger. Again, coming back to being grounded, coming back to being supported. I really want you, if you, let me preface this, if you have sensitive knees, I encourage you to roll your mat like so and get that double padding. I have quadruple padding, if I'm not gonna lie. This is a thicker mat, so I got a lot of support. See, I like to be supported, okay? So, but I encourage you to do that if your knees are bothering you. Get a blanket, get a towel, double the mat, do something. You do not need to be in pain, okay? So we're pressing our knees and our hands. And I really want you to press your hands, all your fingers, thumb, first finger, second, third, fourth. Press, 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 press those fingers into the mat. And notice how the palm kind of suction cup up when you do that. So again, you're pressing your thumb, your first finger, second, third, and fourth finger, exaggerating that press till your palm pops up, okay? Very good. Bringing that belly button towards your spine. You see, because I was like this. We don't want to be like that. We want to be in what's called tabletop position. So you're like a table. Somebody, this is some Bikram type, well, I don't want to say Bikram, but sometimes I get a little regimented, but imagine somebody is placing like they're gonna eat dinner off the bat, and they can't eat dinner if you're like this, like, you see what I'm saying? Okay, anyways, so we're here, right? Belly button towards that spine. You're looking about 6 inches in front of your hands at the mat. Very good. When you're ready, you're gonna drop your belly. Now you can drop the belly down. All the dinner falls off onto the floor. Lift your chest up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, dropping your belly. Lift, lift, lift the chest up. Pressing yourself, pressing your weight into the mat. Exhale, round your spine. Keep on keeping on with this. This is a great way to warm up your spine, especially because we're going into a pose, downward dog, where your spine has to be warm so you don't hurt yourself. Good. Rock your hips left and right. Shake your hands out. Open, close, open, close, open, close. I feel like doing this, so we're going to do this before downward dog. You are going to put, I'm starting with my left knee, okay? So I'm putting my left knee, bending my left knee, right leg is extending out, all right? So extending that right leg, I'm going all the way to the end. I really want a good stretch right now, okay? That back, the bent knee, the back foot, the toes are curled, okay? So you can curl your toes under, or you can rest the top of that foot behind you. Whatever makes you feel stable in this pose. Bringing that belly button towards my spine. Pressing all 5 of those toes, okay, into the mat. Inhale, come up. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, place the left hand down and allow the right arm to stretch, looking at the right palm. So the palm is facing you and you're feeling the stretch all right here. Breathe. Good. And then we're just gonna kind of do this thing where we come forward. And then you're just gonna get to the other side whichever way. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other leg. So now my right knee is down. And again, if you have sensitive knees, I encourage you double up the mat. What does double up mean? Like that. Get that blanket, that towel, put something under this knee. And noticing how the opposite side feels, right? I feel like this side for me is more flexible. Like I have more flexibility on this side. So my foot actually kind of comes off of my mat. Okay, you might notice maybe yours doesn't. That's okay. All right, but also, whoop, you see how I was not in line. So this right knee, it needs to be on directly under your hip, okay? Always, it's always like that with any yoga pose that you do. You want to make sure your entire body is stacked one on top of the other. Like that's just like across the board, okay? And I felt how it felt out of place. I was like, "What? Like, what am I doing?" So I could feel that because I've been doing it for a long time. But just a little tip there. All right, so my right knee is directly under my hip, so we're safe. And just bringing that left foot out as much as you can. And I'm like still looking at the camera. It looks okay. It's also how the camera is too. Inhale, come up. Reach, reach, reach. Dropping those shoulders. Exhale, drop the right hand down. Now we're looking at the left hand. I really want you, imagine somebody's pulling the left hand. Oh, get that good stretch. Now on the what we call in yoga, the left side body. What we're doing is we're creating space in our thoracic cavity. Thoracic just means like where you breathe, your lung area. It's important. So you can breathe deeper, relax quicker when you have more space. Breathe. Press that left pinky toe. Still have the hand up. I want you to press that left pinky toe, the foot that's out. Press the left pinky toe down. And notice how you kind of get a deeper stretch when you do that. One more breath. Exhale, come down. Let's actually go like this. So I'm just going forward. Booty's coming slightly up. That left foot is still, all the toes are down. Good. So come up. We're going to do that now on the other side. That same stretch. So come up. And then see if you just gently come down. You might be a little rocky. That's okay. So the booty's coming slightly up. Okay. We're preparing for downward dog. Because downward dog, you're going to do the same kind of movement, but you'll see. Good. Very good. All right. So stand back up for downward dog. All right. So come to the back of your mat. Get into that mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart. Inhale, reach up. Reach, up, 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 up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale. Walk your hands to the front of your mat for a high plank. High plank. We are not in downward dog yet. I see so many people when we're in high plank, they're already, and I'm like, no. And you're smiling here. We love high plank. High plank makes us strong. It makes us resilient. It's all of the strong things. Very good. Breathing in. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, cobra, feeling the upper body off of the mat. Exhale, downward dog. Good. So you don't just get into downward dog, right? Gotta prepare the body. You have to prepare the mind. Noticing what are you telling yourself as you're in this downward dog? I hope you're saying, I love downward dog. It makes me flexible. It helps create space in my body so I can regulate my emotions better. I'm sweating, y'all. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating. Woo! All right, walk your feet to meet your hands. Walk your feet to meet your hands. And we're now in a forward fold. Slowly roll your upper body. Your head will be the last thing to come up. Woo! That was good. We always do things twice, at least twice in yoga. So we have to do it again. All right. Take that back because I just realized we didn't do this thing twice, but it's okay. All right. All right, guys. We're back on the back of our mat, back in our mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale. Walk your hands to the front of your mat for high plank. Booty is down, bringing that belly button towards your spine. Hands are under your shoulders. And you see, I adjust. You can adjust too. It's okay. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So this is a good grounding pose as well. Pressing your hands. So the goal of downward dog is not to have the heels glued. Like, look at, no, it's not actually. It's actually bringing those hips, that butt up, up, up. And I want you to look at the inner part of your elbow. Find the inner parts of your elbow, and that is supposed to be facing forward. Good. Walk those feet to meet your hands. Walk those feet to meet your hands back in the forward fold. Slowly roll your body up. Good. That was good. All right. Let's come back down. I'm gonna get some water really quick. Hello, everybody. Is one person. Oh, but we got, thank you. Okay. All right. All right. One more grounding pose, because this is a grounding yoga stretch, whatever you want to call it. It's a grounding, insert the other part of this class name. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay, so we're gonna get into what's called bridge pose, okay? So you're gonna gently come on down here onto your back. Good. So on your back, and you're gonna make sure that again, this is in the theme, right? Your feet are hip width apart. Your knees are hip width apart, okay? And place your hands by your sides, okay? Palms facing down. Very good. So feet are hip width apart. Let's focus on the feet first, okay? I want you to press all four corners of your feet. So it feels different now because you're on your back, right? So that's why I really want to emphasize this. Press your toes, all 10 of your toes into the mat. Then press the outer corners of your feet into the mat. Then your heel, and then the inner. So now that all four corners of your feet are in your mat, like notice how that feels. Like, do we do this a lot? You know what I mean? Like, so feel that. Good. Still those knees are hip width apart. Don't fall, like, you know, like it's okay if you do, you know, that your wrists, but just being aware of that, because noticing once you press and you ground your feet, pay attention to what your knees do. Make sure your knees are still in line. Good. Awesome. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're also going to place the shoulders. Place the shoulder blades under your chest. So your shoulder blades, which are back here, okay, we have two shoulder blades, one here and on the other side. I want you to put those shoulder blades under your chest, because you may notice, for me, I can only speak for me, my shoulder blades, they come out, if that makes sense. So you're going to want to scoop those shoulder blades under your chest so that your chest opens up and we're creating more space. This also, what you're doing is now your actual shoulder is pressing down into the mat. This is also giving you the stability that you will need when we lift our butt up for bridge, okay? Hands are by your sides. Still pressing those feet down. Don't forget about the feet, okay? So feet are grounding. Shoulders are grounding too. Very good. Hands are grounding as well. Very good. Inhale. Exhale, bring the butt up off of the mat. Good. I'm just looking at myself. Okay, so we're here in bridge, okay? Still keeping those knees hip width apart. You may notice you want to open. No, knees need to stay hip width apart, okay? You would like, you can interlace your fingers below, under your bottom. So I'm interlacing my fingers under my bottom. Very good. Breathing here, engaging those butt cheeks. Remember I said that at the beginning of the class when we were standing up? Yep, doing it here. Breathe. This is bridge. Pressing all four corners of your feet into the mat. Seeing if you can raise your hips a little bit higher. So take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, come up a little higher. One more breath. Exhale, gently come down. So hands are now by your sides, gently placing the butt down. Good. Extend your legs out in front of you. We're now closing out the class. Turn your palms up if you would like to receive, or continue to place your hands down because the theme of the class is grounding. I'm reminding myself that palms are facing down to stay grounded, to stay rooted in your body. If it's comfortable for you, I encourage you to close your eyes. Noticing how you feel now versus how you felt when you came in. But again, not judging yourself, right? And being like, man, I was hoping I was going to feel more relaxed. No. We're going to acknowledge that you did it, that you got the stretch and you did it. And just acknowledging how you feel right now. This going back to grounded. Being grounded is being present, is being rooted in your body, rooted in the now. Like a tree stays rooted in the ground, right? You can stay here for as long as you would like. But at this time, the class is over. So I'm just going to roll onto my right, gently push myself up. Thank you so much. And I'm going to leave you with this, an affirmation. I am grounded. I am grounded. I am grounded. You are not trying. You're none of that trying. You are. I am. Whatever you put after I am, you become. You are. It's already done. So I am grounded. I will see you guys in the next one.